The Babson task is a special kind of chess puzzle which involves quadruple echo promotion. It basically means that in the puzzle, the solution involves echo promotions, that too, four of them. So if white promotes to a queen, black also promotes to a queen for the solution to work. All other promotions do not work. And if white promotes to a rook, then black promotes to a rook. If white promotes to a bishop, black promotes to a bishop. If white promotes to a knight, black promotes to a knight. It is incredibly difficult to create a Babson task puzzle. Some composers have even spent 20 years to create a Babson task and have failed. To date, there are only 20 Babson task puzzles published. So, without further ado, let me show you the most famous Babson task puzzle. This puzzle was composed by Yarosh Leonid in 1983. It is white to play and mate in 4 moves. Black pawn is about to capture and promote. Even white has a pawn that could promote soon. And the black king is stuck here, and rook takes f4 is in the air. The first move of this mate in 4 puzzle is pawn a7. Now, the first line of the solution, if black promotes to a queen, then we also promote to a queen. Now, whatever black does, it is going to be a mate in 2 more moves. Black can only move the queen, and there are only so many squares the queen can move to. Wherever the queen moves, rook and f4 will come, and if queen is on this diagonal, queen blocks and mate. So, for example, queen d3, we just take, and queen blocks and checkmate. Bishop is covering it. What if queen went to e4? From b1, if queen went to e4, then we play queen d4. Black has only queen move here. King cannot go anywhere. The queen has to take and then checkmate. So pretty simple, right? You might think, what's so special in that? But here comes the fun part. After a7, if black promotes to a rook, then we should also promote to a rook. Promotion to a queen is not the correct answer because it takes longer. We'll see why. Now the line goes here if rook takes b2, let's say. Again, black has only got rook moves here. And we are threatening rook takes f4 either way. If rook takes b2, then we have to cover this line. So rook takes b3, covering this line. So rook f4 is a threat. Now black cannot move the rook because it's pinned, which means black has to play king into c4, and that leads to queen a4 checkmate. Now you might think, after black promoted to rook, what if we promoted to a queen? What's the difference? The queen can do a rook's job, right? The difference is, after rook takes knight, we cannot play queen b3 because then it will be a stalemate. Black king cannot take on c4 in that case. If this was a rook, then king c4 is possible and then mate would follow. But here it is game over, stalemate. Which is why when he promotes to a rook, we should also promote to a rook to make mate possible. Now, what if after a7, they promote to a bishop? Now, can we promote to any piece we want or a queen? No. Promoting to a queen is not the correct answer because it takes longer, one move longer. We promote to a bishop itself. Now, black has only 3 options for the bishop. If bishop goes to c2 or d3, we play rook into f4, and after he blocks, it is mate. And if bishop goes to e4, here we play bishop takes f4 because rook takes f4 is stalemate. So we play bishop takes f4. Now black has to move the bishop. The pin is gone because we're blocking our rook. Wherever the bishop moves, next move is checkmate. Bishop e3 or even bishop e5 is checkmate. Now, why promote to a bishop? Why not to a queen? After black promoted to a bishop, why don't we promote to a queen? Queen can also do bishop's job, right? The difference is now when they play bishop e4, if you do the same thing, it is stalemate again. Black cannot move the bishop, which is why this piece has to be a bishop so that the rook is blocked from the king, making the mate possible. So only if you promote to a bishop, this mate is possible in the next two moves. Otherwise, it leads to stalemate or longer mates. Now, finally, if black promotes to a knight, surely it can be possible that the correct answer is pawn takes queen promotes to a knight. It is. We have to promote to a knight. So now what is the line? Black has to move the knight. Black has three options for the knight. So let's say knight into d2. Then we just play queen c1. Tough move to see, yeah? The idea is wherever the knight moves, b1, f1, doesn't matter. We play rook into f4 mate. Don't play queen into f4 because then king goes to c3, which is why queen c1 was very important. This is the mate. Now, instead of promoting to a knight, can we promote to a queen? When black promoted to a knight, can we promote to a queen? No, because then mate takes longer, one move longer. Same idea, knight into d2. When we play queen c1, he will go knight e4. And now we don't have a mate in one. Already three moves are over, right? Fourth move has to be mate. We don't have a mate. If this was a knight, then knight c6 would be possible, which is why promoting to knight is the correct answer. We promote to a knight, and after let's say knight d2, we play queen c1, and if knight e4, then we play knight c6 mate. This is why it was important to promote to a knight. So in all these lines, whichever piece the other side promotes to, we promote to the same one. Queen, we promote to queen. Rook, we promote to rook. Bishop, we promote to bishop. And knight, we promote to a knight. Now you see how hard it is to compose a puzzle like this. And this is why this is one of the best puzzles in chess, the most famous Babson task. One question you might have is when we play a7, black doesn't have to promote, right? Black can also play queen moves. Queen d6, queen e5, queen c7, queen takes pawn. All these moves are possible, right? So what happens if black does any of them? There are interesting moves there as well. If queen e5, then we just play bishop e7. If queen moves anywhere out of these squares, we promote to a queen. For example, if queen e1, then just a mate in one, right? So if queen stays around, for example, let's say queen c7 or queen d6, we just play bishop into f6. He plays queen e5 and mate. It was a mate in 4. Or if he plays queen d6, then we play knight into d6. Black has to play pawn takes and promote. That's the only move. Then we just play bishop f6 checkmate. Now, what if queen directly went to d6? Then we play rook e1. Black is in Suksman. If black queen stays here, if black queen is not on any of these squares, then we are threatening rook e4 checkmate. Bishop is supporting us. For example, if queen c7 or queen b8, we just play rook e4 checkmate. And what if queen d5 or queen takes pawn? If queen takes pawn or queen d5, we play rook into f4, black blocks, and checkmate. Again a mate in 4. If queen c7, then we just play bishop into c7. And now black has to promote, and we just play promotion. The d pawn checkmates the game. Another important line is if queen takes a8, then what can we do? Then we have to do a mate in 3 now, right? We played a7, queen takes on a8. Now mate in 3 comes, rook into f4, queen has to block. Then we promote to a queen. If you take on e4, it's a very long mate. We promote on a8. Black has to either take or play queen takes rook. If queen takes rook, then queen d5 is checkmate. That's a point. And if pawn takes here, then queen d5 is still checkmate. The rook has pinned the e4 queen. That's a nice line, right? What if queen takes d8? Then where is the mate in 3? Now don't take on d8. That's a 5 move mate. We need a mate in 3 moves because already one move is done. Now we just play king g7. Black has to move the queen or take on b1. Let's say black plays queen c7 in this position, defending the bishop. Then we just promote, forcing black to take, and then rook into f4 is checkmate. It's mind-boggling, isn't it? How many years it might have taken for this composer to compose this puzzle. One last detail in this position is, instead of a7, if you try a move like rook e1, it looks like a very good move. It looks like it's going to be mate. The problem is, if you play rook e1, black will play queen into d8 check. If you take it, it is stalemate. And if the king moves, then still after queen g8, it is stalemate. There is no move for black. This is why rook e1 does not work. And we have to play a7, and we saw the continuation. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel and share it with your friends.